What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another Monday night live stream here on the GG Sports Podcast. Hopefully, if you live in Minnesota, hopefully you survived the first big snowstorm of the year. And if you don't live in Minnesota, you are lucky. Obviously, not you really can't complain because it is, like I said, it is the first significant snowfall we've gotten this year, about 11 inches over the last 2 days, which is kind of crazy. With I think a couple more on the way tomorrow, but at the end of the day. Like I said, can't complain too much. Weather will take a turn again by next week. It's supposed to be 50. Thursday, we got baseball starting up. It really is starting to feel like spring. Get that last big snow shot out of the way and look forward to better times. How are things in the Carolinas?
Yeah, a lot less snowy. There isn't much out here. Or actually, there's no snow out here. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. But let me do some shout outs here. Skull for Life Barber, what is up? Sup GG, what great time to be a Viking. Skull the Bull for real. And there's been some interesting things coming out today that will definitely have to talk about. Our guy Joey Hawkins in the building. He's going to be hopping on with us later to do a mock draft. So, hey, it sounds like it might be an interesting one. Yeah. Hey, by the way, hashtag Skull, of course, another show, another rookie card giveaway. Ivan Pace Jr. on the Pandora again out of 400. Get the hashtag Skulls in the comments, like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, all that good stuff. Gary in the building. What's up, Gary? Our guy. Who else we got
Russell,
here?
at least you're not a Guardians fan. I can deal with the Reds, but
what's up, Russell?
At least you're not a Guardians fan.
Yeah, what's up, Russell? Let's go. I did see this, by the way. Good, bro. How about you? Got pounded with snow past 30 hours? Good, bro. I just finished cutting my grass. Dang, that's how I feel over here. No snow. It's nice. I'm liking it for sure. Anyways, back to some Viking stuff. A couple interesting things today as far as Washington coming out, who was it exactly? I know Washington came out and said that they were listening to some trades.
Well, I think it was Dan Quinn because they're doing the coaches.
Yeah, that's what it was
right now. So,
and then one of the analysts or whatever, I forgot who it was, came out and said that it sounds like from inside or like sources from inside the organization that the Commanders are really liking the idea of drafting JJ McCarthy at number 2.
Full smoke.
Is that smoke or not? What do y'all think?
Will Levis was the betting favorite to go number 2 this time, number 2 overall this time last year. It's smoke. Pure unadulterated smoke. Unless, okay,
hey,
number 2 overall. Number 2 overall, he won't go number 2 overall. Going to Washington would not surprise me if they trade back.
I'm assuming,
he's not going number 2 overall.
If they're sitting number 2
down on that bet.
I ain't betting against that. If he's sitting there at number 2, do I see?
We'll be sitting there at number 2.
Or he'll be sitting there at number. Yeah, he will be sitting. If Commanders are sitting there at number 2 and they want JJ McCarthy, I assume that they would probably try to trade back with the Patriots at the very least, so then they can pick whoever they want. And then they can still grab JJ McCarthy. If that was to happen, I don't know if I believe, or I don't really believe it, but hey, I don't know. There's been a couple things popping up about people liking JJ McCarthy a lot more than what fans on the people from the outside see. And maybe it's true. I mean, he's done nothing but help his whole situation ever since his starting this offseason, starting with his pro day, starting with the combine, going into his pro day. And then, Jim Harbaugh has nothing but putting him on to the most insane level I've ever seen a coach say about one of their quarterbacks coming into the draft. Not to mention that now he's a head coach for a different team. Pretty much saying that he thinks he's the best quarterback in this class. He thinks
basically saying, hey, he's well worth a trade up to 5 with my Chargers.
What up, AJ?
That's what it's all about. He's trying to draw some trade interest at pick number 5 so he can accumulate more draft picks and build his team up. It's all pure BS smokescreen season. It's the best time of year, but it's also the most frustrating time of year, especially when you have 2 first-round picks and you want your team to go look at a quarterback.
What if it gets to 5 and Jim Harbaugh is still pissed off at us for choosing Kwesi over him, and he ends up not letting the trade or picking KOC over him, so he ends up stopping the trade from happening?
Nah.
And doesn't let JJ McCarthy go to the Vikings.
Nah.
I'm
Ugh.
creating new smoke. Creating new smoke.
Yeah, but I don't know. I personally,
But do you believe the Patriot stuff though? So then Jerod Mayo coming out today saying that it takes accumulation of picks is key to winning or whatever, and it really sounded like they were interested in the idea of trading their picks now. If they get a bag, they said, if they
right.
get a bag, whatever that means. I'm assuming 3 first-round picks should count as a bag,
I would think so.
but you
I mean,
think we'd have jumped on that immediately if that's the truth,
right.
though.
I mean, he's right. I think to an extent, I think the Patriots are going to be because okay, here's the thing. Like obviously Dan Quinn said it as well as Jerod Mayo. First off, these guys are the coaches, not the GMs. The GMs have completely different ideas behind how they're thinking about this. And honestly, as a GM and the coaches and being the extension of the GM at this point, if you're not listening, you're not doing your job, right? Because I mean, you could be dead set. Number 2, Jaden Daniels is going to be there. We want Jaden Daniels. But if someone comes at you with an offer of 4 first-round picks, you might be enticed to be like, well, we can get a quarterback later, still get a good one, and then we get 4 more first-round picks, right? Like, you're not these teams aren't doing their jobs if they're not 100. Like, if you're the Bears, you're probably still listening, but you're listening with one ear because you're like, nah, we're not moving off of this spot. We know who we want here. But if you're any of those other teams, you have to be listening because that's part of your job. But so yeah, I do believe he's right because he also said like we're pretty into drafting a quarterback this year. Right. But if we get enough, we would definitely consider jumping. We would definitely consider moving back. And I think he's not saying he's not saying anything any other coach / GM wouldn't say. Yeah. Right? They're all going to say that. Like, yeah, we know what we want, but we could be enticed to move off that. Because I mean, I think Patriots are going to be in pure wait and see mode at 3. Like, hey, if the quarterback, like let's say they're high on Jaden Daniels, he goes number 2. Yeah, might be a little more willing to step back, drop out of that pick, and trade it. But also, if they're sitting there, it's like every option is going to be open to them at 3. So I think they're definitely going to be in wait and see mode and see what happens on draft day. And maybe they'd be feeling more inclined to make a move on draft day as opposed to not. Plus, you might get a team that is a little more desperate. Like, hey, they're willing to move back. Like, we'll give you more than this pick is, which you're going to do that anyway for quarterback. You're going to get more than it's worth. But if they wait till the draft day, they could potentially be getting a team that's going to be a little more desperate because they worry other teams might be bidding with them at that exact moment, and they got to be quick. So if you're the Patriots, you're probably playing this just about perfectly.
Yeah, you might as well kind of see which quarterback is there for you, and then if not, you can trade out. And but that's interesting.
Like you might get a team desperate enough to make a little richer of an offer than you would expect.
Yeah, and that's an interesting though. Is like we haven't really got this much out of them, as far as like you didn't hear this much out of the Patriots. As far as like they're actually interested in the idea of doing that, it doesn't seem so much because at one point it was like it'd be almost impossible to trade with the Patriots, and now it seems just a little bit more possible. But now we don't know what's going on because if JJ McCarthy goes number 2, that'd be insane.
Jamie's not high on Drake.
Jamie, I know you're a big Drake May fan, but what if you wake up and Drake is standing over you watching you sleep? I like Drake May. I would prefer Jaden Daniels over him. And honestly, I'll pick Drake May over JJ McCarthy because it's just tough for me to do that. But I would not be surprised if McCarthy ends up being more successful quarterback than Drake May. Though, if you woke up and Drake May is standing over you watching you sleep, these are the real questions. But what's up, by the way, nighttime mime? What up? Hey, what up, Garrett? GG's. Yeah, if I was sleeping and I woke up to Drake May, what would I do?
See, my first question is, has he already signed his rookie contract? At that point, all options are open. If he's got money, all options are open.
Yeah.
I'd let him watch me sleep for a cool $1 million.
Casey would like open his eyes slightly, notice he's there, and then just close his eyes again, just like it's nothing. Yeah, I don't know. I would definitely. The hard part is like I can't even do anything to convince him to come here or anything like that. Maybe tell him to like botch his pro day so we can get him at 11. If I could do that, that'd be the best case scenario. Is just or like I don't know, kick him in the knee or something, but not too hard. Something to like mess up his pro day, and then ultimately, we get a steal at 11, and we don't have to give up any of our first round picks, and we still get Drake May. That sounds good to me. He pulls under the bed like a clown in the porch in the Poltergeist. He pulls under the bed. That's funny. That always reminds me of Scary Movie 2. If anyone's seen that part, I'm sure people would know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, know what? Fuck clowns. I'm not like I don't hate clowns, but if there's like a random thing, like why clowns? You know?
So I was, it was funny. I was watching, totally random side subject here. Over the weekend,
Yeah.
I got caught up in those stupid like Ring camera YouTube videos were like most disturbing things you've ever seen on a Ring camera. And there was one from back in like, remember the whole like clown phase? People were in clown masks all over the place. There was one of this dude in a clown costume with a freaking knife who was just like walking around this person's house trying to open all their doors, and they caught it on camera and everything. Like F that. Again, I think a lot of those things are staged because nothing ever happens in them. And these these Ring cameras, you catch some pretty, whatever. I think it's all kind of, I mean, it's all staged and all kind of fake just for fun. But like at the same time, I saw that. I'm just like, even if it's like whatever, like
what up,
even if it's
Dylan?
like in a movie or something, you still think about it, and not a fan.
Hey, with just like Skull for Life, Barbara said, we're giving away the Ivan Pace Jr. Pandora out of 400 rookie card. Let's see if I can get this in better focus here. I'm struggling with the focus on this, but yeah. Anyways, for your chance to win, get the hashtag Skulls in the comments. Like the video, just like Skull for Life Barber mentioned. Hashtag Skull, like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. All that good stuff. We got Sarah in the building. Hey, it's been a minute since Sarah's won. It's been a minute since Sarah's won, so we'll have to see if she can kind of get things turned around here. I know Gary was on a heater for a bit. We've been a little bit more all over the place of recent, but we'll see what's up. I love my GG clowns. I mean, you're talking about Casey mostly, but
I'm going to Skullfest next year in a purple clown costume. Book it now.
Book it now. Yeah, no. Hey, what up, Steve?
On.
Hashtag Skull. Let's go. Hey, you gotta love Steve with the Packer logo thing or whatever, and has a hashtag Skull on it. But yeah. Clowns suck. I would say. I mean, I don't know why we're talking about clowns, but I would say like when I was a kid and the movie It at the time, even though it seems kind of dumb now, that movie was like, that was like one that got me. So ever since then, I was like, clowns, like they're creepy. They're actually kind of creepy, but I don't care too much.
For me, it's bugs. Like yesterday, I don't even use my water heater, but the regeneration cycle kicked on. So I went downstairs and it was draining. So I went to like check the hose and make sure everything was draining properly. And I don't know what it was. And it's still living down there, but I think I saw it must have been like some sort of millipede or something that was crawling on one of the pipes back there, and it tucked itself behind my my furnace. So there's some creepy ass looking bug down there that I didn't get the chance to. So that's a great thing to think about every day. That's living in my basement.
You're just
somewhere.
Thinking of it right now.
Oh, I am. I go to bed and I worry it's gonna be in my bed. It's not fun.
One thing I saw Dustin Baker, right, that I thought was kind of funny, which I'm like, I doubt it, but he wrote, you know what? Maybe all these teams saying they're open for business. The Commanders, Patriots, Cardinals, and Chargers are in a mad dash to do business with the Vikings. There's competitions to grab the Vikings trade haul. For a week and a half, we've been wondering who will actually trade with the Vikings. Perhaps it's fucking all of them. I
never know.
Hey, that would be best case scenario if there's a bidding war for them to trade back. I doubt it, though. With all these quarterbacks in the top, I think in a lot of quarterback-needy teams, at the very least, there's going to be other people who want to trade up for those spots, I think. So, I don't know. It'd be nice.
Which are which, Russell? Which ones are which? Oh, which is the one guy that stood out?
Yeah, what do you think, Russell? What's your top 5 looking like?
Because, I mean, I do think he does have a point there if he's talking about, I mean, if he's going to go Caleb Williams, I do think he has a point that, because the other 5, I wouldn't say that they're all fairly equal, but they all definitely have like differing skill sets that it all depends on which team drafts and whatnot. USC, so Caleb Williams. Yeah. I think that's fair. Like, I do think what he can do does kind of stand out above everybody else.
And that's what's special about Caleb Williams. There's a lot of people who aren't big Caleb Williams fans, and regardless whether if that's anything to do with his personality or whatever. But the thing with him is what he can do, his ability to innovate and scramble and dodge sacks and throw 50 yards across his body in midair, whatever, it's insane. I've never seen a quarterback coming out of college doing what he's doing. And some people will say he's like Johnny Manziel, he's like Kyler Murray. None of them have the arm that Caleb Williams. They do not throw it as hard as Caleb Williams does. It's not the same thing as I see with Caleb Williams and compared to them. And the closest thing I can think of is definitely going to be Patrick Mahomes. And I wouldn't even say Caleb Williams probably definitely isn't at that level, but you do see more athleticism out of Caleb Williams when he's doing these things.
I saw Aaron Rodgers as a draft comparison for Caleb Williams.
And I could see that, but even more athletic.
Yeah.
Because that's what Mahomes was kind of came in and he kind of just like took the Aaron Rodgers because Aaron Rodgers does that kind of stuff. But then Mahomes came in and just did it way better than Aaron Rodgers. That's why you got to love Mahomes. I know a lot of people are like, I don't really like the quarterbacks who like are winning all the time with Kansas City, but you got to love Mahomes because as soon as he came in, it pretty much kicked Aaron Rodgers out of like being the top quarterback in the league conversation immediately. Like Mahomes came in and he's like, okay, this is like mine for sure. Nobody's going to argue about it.
Right.
Steve might think different though, but Spencer Rattler's the best. I'm not convinced by Spencer Rattler. I think I actually after the top 6, I think I lean towards, even though he's coming off an injury, out of all these quarterbacks, none of them really impressed me after, I guess you could say, Bo Nix. I would say I like Jordan Travis the next best. And then I would probably say Spencer Rattler. Obviously, he was a top 5 prospect coming out of high school. And I think number 1, he might have been number 1 overall.
Got the start over Caleb Williams for a bit of that season.
He actually, I think he was there before Caleb Williams, I believe, right? And then Caleb Williams kind of came in and then ended up just taking the job from him.
Took your job.
Took his job. Took their job. But yeah, so I don't know. Mahomes equal. Spencer sounds like you too evil camouflaged. Oh yeah, for real. Spencer looks like a dude from Powder. Yeah, where is too evil?
Oh, I haven't seen him.
I know he's on the Bo Nix train, it sounds like.
Yeah. I don't know. How do we feel about the NFL banning the hip drop tackle today?
Ooh, that's a good one. It seems dumb to me. It sounds like, did you see the tweet? Who was it? Kenyon Drake came out and said like, this is a tackle that like destroyed my knee or whatever. So, I mean, I'm assuming there's probably a lot of injuries that come from it, but when you watch that tackle, it seems like it seems like a very nice tackle. Like you're just coming down and bringing them down, right. Obviously coming from the back and it's like their legs and stuff. But
like I get why, like I get the idea behind it because, because obviously you're putting a lot of body weight on their lower extremities and that's why the knee and ankle injuries happen. But at the same time, like explain to me how if a Saquon Barkley gets past you and you're lagging behind him, how are you supposed to make that tackle? And like that's the thing, like you can't throw your shoulder anymore because they're going to think you're getting your head too far into it, so they're going to throw that penalty flag. Like it's just in a generation where it's harder for defensive players to play defense, they're making it even harder. Because seriously, it's like how are you supposed like just the way that you're supposed to tackle some of these heavier running backs or bigger receivers, like it's impossible unless you get in front of them and have a clean form tackle. I just don't see how it's going to be possible. So. Right.
Hey, JJ, welcome in. Sorry to hear that, buddy. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully, everything goes good, and the day will turn around. Hopefully, it might even be because you win the Ivan Pace Jr. rookie card, Pandora out of 400. I wish I could get a better. I don't know why my camera sucks, but this is the best I can do, I guess. But yeah, get the hashtag skulls in to win this card. Hashtag skull, like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, but definitely you got to like the video. And then you got to be subscribed. So definitely do all of that stuff. But yeah, JJ, hopefully all is good. But yeah, as far as I like this though, I tell you what, since they banned that tackle, Michael Penix looking a bit more appealing. That's the thing is like how
they banned horse collar tackles. They've banned horse collar tackles too, and Sam Bradford still had 2 ACL injuries because of them.
But that's the thing about that tackle though, is just it feels like that one's going to be a hard one to just not do.
And like they banned the swivel hip drop tackle, not the actual hip drop tackle. So now like the officials in that amount of time need to discern between the two and make the correct call. So I don't know, man. It's kind of nuts. Doesn't make a ton of sense.
Yeah.
It's hard to play defense, man. And this this right after there was a league official that came out and said that they're worried about offense in football and how they feel like the scoring isn't as high as they want it to be. So it really all does seem to be kind of coming together for a team that needs a quarterback.
Yeah. Well, hey, a good thing we're freaking strong on our offense as long as we get the right quarterback and we go grab our quarterback.
Sarcastic ball from South Park about to become a real thing. That was honestly, to this day, might be like a top 5 South Park episode for me.
Yo,
I loved that episode.
Nighttime, you got to go check out our latest video. Everybody in here, you should go check it out. But we did our top 5 quarterbacks, but we have our homage to South Park in there, and I'm sure you'd be able to catch it not too far into the video. But yeah, definitely go check that out. We worked pretty hard on that video as well. Some of these ones, but
no tackling.
No kickoff, no tackling. Wasn't there a rule thing coming out today saying that they're going to be able to review like illegal or like what's it called, roughing the passer? And
well, they already tried that, didn't they?
I don't know. I thought I saw something on there saying that they're going to not review it, like you can't challenge it, but the people upstairs can go up and double check on it and then come back. I appreciate you.
I don't know.
But yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Your vids are getting better and better. Great edits in your last one. Hey, appreciate you guys. Yeah, we're working hard. We're trying to go towards a direction of more editing and stuff, which I think is going to be good for us long term. But it'll be interesting because we kind of have to move away from like dropping a videos daily around like what's the like current events, I guess, which is, you know, the bread and butter in this area. But hey, we're gonna do something a little different, I think.
But also, we still hit on the big time. Like, we're not, like, obviously, we're not making videos, but every Jerry Tillery that we sign, but like the big ones, the big news will be sure.
Yeah, we're figuring it out. We're figuring out. It's we're learning here. It's a little bit of a content, I guess. We're trying to figure out where we want to go with it moving forward. We're figuring it out though. Hopefully soon we can have a better idea of what it looks like going long term, so we can focus on some other stuff, like getting some merch for our boy Gary.
Yeah,
we do got to do that, and we got to get monetized again because we're waiting for something in the mail.
Yeah, stupid.
So we'll see on all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's a good idea though. Back to the the roughing the passer and stuff. Like if they can just go up and double check and come back down and just be like, okay, that was roughing the passer, or if it wasn't. Like those are the kinds of things that make more sense to me than just taking things out of the game. Like just double check things. But then, I don't know.
Yeah, I would say
I can see why it could be annoying, but
ruins the flow. But then again, football isn't a really like flowy sport to begin with a lot of stoppages between plays and everything.
Yeah.
But
I mean, soon it's just going to be. I mean, the only thing you're going to be able to do is just
two-hand touch flag football. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know. Like the sliding, I can see why you're doing it with the slide or the, what is it called again? The hip tackle, but drop. It just looks like such a weak tackle, you know? So you're taking out like a tackle that doesn't seem, it's not a big hit. It's like, right. It's like you do when you're not trying to lace, you're just sound tackling them. But obviously I can see like, you know, when you're pulling them back and their legs are coming out from underneath them and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we're falling, knees bending awkwardly. But again, it's just there's some players that unless you get in front of them and break down into a form tackle, you're not going to be able to make, like if Saquon Barkley gets past you, how else, like you're not going to be able to.
Right. True.
It's, I don't know, it's something. But yeah, what do you do?
It is what it is. Hopefully it ends up working out in our favor some way, somehow. But yeah, I know a lot of Vikings players came out today and they were not loving that. The game doesn't even resemble the NFL from the 80s and 90s. It's all about fantasy leagues now. Yeah,
I feel it.
Which I didn't get to really witness the 80s and 90s so much, but I pretty much got into football because of fantasy football. So but luckily I'm a biased fantasy football player, and I usually I try to pick all the Viking players. I don't pick any Packer players or anything like that. I'm pretty biased when it comes to that.
When I knew I had already won my league championship this last year and knew I secured top points for that week too, like I was like, I could just run up the score on the guy I was playing, but I had a Packer play. I had who was the receiver? One of the receivers going. I can't remember which one it was, but I had him and Dobbs.
Aiden Reed.
Yes, I pulled him out because I'm like, nah, I can't be playing Packers when I already have this division or when I already have the championship on lock. No chance. Did you hear some of the stuff that Kevin O'Connell was talking about today? The quarterback stuff, just Justin Jefferson, all that.
Yeah,
Pretty
Justin
interesting nuggets
Jefferson.
there for sure. He had a lot.
Yeah,
Kevin O'Connell loves to talk. I feel like he had a lot
yeah.
to say.
Yeah,
Kind of
Justin
cool listening to
Jefferson
his
is
insight.
involved, very involved in the whole quarterback situation, which is really good. So he must have just said, we don't need Kirk, something like that. I'm assuming
I
that's
think
what happened.
just like Kevin O'Connell, he realized, like
He probably
I would like
knows.
to have him back, but also realizing like, yeah, if we have to give him
Hey,
a run.
Scolger
Hey,
Soup,
it's been a
what's up,
while. Where
dude?
have you
It's been
been?
a while, Scolger. What's going on, my guy?
Steve, I love Jaden Reed. I just had to pull him from after I'd already won.
I
I
like
pulled him
Jaden
from
Reed.
my
He's on my
lineup
team
because I had
too.
already won. And
He was on my team
it was
too.
the Vikings Packers Sunday Night Football game. It was all just a Vikings fans homer thing. But no, I enjoyed having Jaden Reed on my team. He helped me win a couple.
He's still just a wide receiver. He's still just a wide receiver 2 ceiling, but it's all good.
The Packers literally have like 10 wide receiver 2s on that team. You guys need a legitimate wide receiver 1, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. It's been a while. Doing good. Hope you gents are doing good. Hey, it's been a crazy off season, man, and it's only crazier. And every day we have to deal with without knowing what's going on, and we have like a month of it. Every day you wake up like, are we gonna trade today? Probably nothing. I think all of us probably know now. It probably goes to draft day. But then you hear all these rumors, like the ones that we talked about today with JJ McCarthy, with Washington liking JJ McCarthy at number 2, with the Patriots interested in trading back, like all these things. So now all these new scenarios come up every single day. And then you look at the calendar and you're like, wow, we still have a month. It feels like draft day should be like next week, but we have a month. So I don't know. Jaden Reed doesn't even know what a fair catch is. I don't know if he'll learn either.
Right. But then obviously, as he also mentioned today that basically playing it real political with that second first round pick, where he's like, we have a lot of trust in Sam. We feel like there's something there that's untapped yet. Basically saying like this gives us the most flexibility. Could we trade up? Absolutely, we could. But also you could also sit there and grab a real good defensive player at 11 and a quarterback at 23. Basically, just going through all the different scenarios that we've been talking about, and being very, very political.
That's got to be smoke.
Which
if there's anything that's smoke that we've been talking about, it's got to be that, right?
You think, but then again, you don't want to play your hand too much. So you do got to put it out there. Like, we could literally do whatever we want. If a trade doesn't materialize, we just take what we can get.
I hope not. I hope not. JJ, Andrew Booth Jr. and Aaron Jones gonna start a fight.
Nah, they're on the same team now. Obviously it gets chippy, but they'll be all right.
That'd be crazy in the training camp if something does come out. But it'll be interesting because Aaron Jones, or Andrew Booth Jr., I feel like we're gonna see a lot more of him this offseason and going into the season.
Yeah. I hope so. We need help. We need as much help at corner as we can get. So, but luckily we do have 2 solid-ish veterans that can start with Murphy and Shaq Griffin. Some young guys who maybe are still untapped, but I do think we still need to add at least one more in the draft as well. But
yeah, definitely. I think we will. And there's still, Xavier Howard's still out there. I don't know if we grab 2 vets like that, but what we have, all these salary cap moves we've been making, or like just finding out about, I guess you could say, with moving the cap down the line. I think they say we have like 25 million available now.
Yeah. Cause a couple of those, a couple of the contract structures came out today, even plus what came out within the last couple of days here. So, yeah, a lot of Quasi using some void years to stretch out some of those lower salaries with like Aaron Jones and those guys. So, and with Sam Darnold as well. So, yeah,
be interesting. It'll be interesting to see what. I wonder how, like, if I'm Justin Jefferson, how would you approach going into the draft? Like, you're probably wanting them to trade up and go grab a quarterback.
You'd think, but I don't know, man. He's probably sitting.
Like, how much does he really have? How much involvement does he really have?
I don't know. I don't think they're basically saying like, hey, which one should we draft here? I think they're probably saying like, hey, I know you like him, but Kirk's gone. And Kevin O'Connell's probably like, hey, here's the 4 guys that I'm really looking at in this draft, the ones that I legitimately think could be our starter this year. Like, I don't think he's necessarily being like, maybe he's probably being like, what do you see from this guy as a receiver? Like, what do you see that he does well? What doesn't he do well? What could he work on? I don't think it's straight up like, which one of these should we draft? Like, I don't think he has a vote of which, like, I don't think he's part of that discussion. Mm-hmm. But I do think that they use him as like, hey, here's what we're thinking. What do you think of these guys? What are their strengths? What are their weaknesses? What do you see as a receiver?
Yeah, and I'm sure he has some pretty good point of views. He's gonna just be like, "Oh, Jaden Daniels, that Jaden Daniels guy. What college does he go to again? Oh, LSU. Oh yeah, he looks pretty good."
Yeah.
No bias, JJ. No bias. Yeah, Gary, he's at least 2 or 3 good years left. I liked so with Hunter, Casey actually thought he was going to
As things kind of moved along, I'm like, I thought for sure he was going to test free agency, and felt like once he did test free agency that he was most likely.
But I do like the Grenard and Van Ginkel, both those signings. I really do like them. And overall, even though I do think Daniil Hunter is the best out of those 3 for sure, but I do think having I think Van Ginkel is going to be very underrated going into next season. And then Grenard, he really stepped up, and hopefully he can fill at least some of the shoe of Daniil Hunter. But we might be better off having both of them than just Daniil Hunter or Daniil Hunter and Wanham, if you want to look at it like that. But obviously he was also a free agent who got paid. How much did Wanham get paid? $6 million a year?
That sounds
something like that.
Right.
Which I know a lot of people were like, well, how come we didn't re-sign him for just $6 million a year or $5 million a year? But I do think in his scenario, like, he's going to want to go somewhere where he has a chance to start. And I don't think he's going to behind Van Ginkel.
Yeah.
And in the future, I see Casey and Jamie getting a lot of Spencer Rattler cards and memories. You think the Vikings are going to end up with Spencer Rattler?
Yeah, I doubt it.
Well, we better not. We have to just grab one. We need to grab one early.
Like,
if we don't grab one in the top 10, I am going to be disappointed. Like
me too. And if it's not, and if we do take one at the end of the first, and it's not and it's anyone other than Michael Penix, I'll be even more I'll be disappointed that we're already thinking about 23 and later at that point. But if it's anyone else other than Penix, I'm going to just be like, oh.
Okay. I'd rather have Penix and Bo Nix too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on that train as well.
Penix has an elite arm. It's like, at least he has an elite sniper of an arm, so he has that, and it could be enough to make him a great quarterback.
Yeah.
But Bo Nix doesn't really have anything that great. He can kind of do everything, which is great, but he kind of plays safe. I don't know. He kind of has game manager vibes to me.
Mm-hmm.
Where Penix is like, he doesn't have game manager. He's going to come in, and either the game's going to be too fast for him and the pressure and everything's going to hurt him, or he gets injured or something like that, or he's going to come in, have enough time to throw, and he's going to be throwing bullets.
Mm-hmm.
So I do like the potential of Penix. He's going to be a fun quarterback to see how he progresses.
Absolutely. I mean, he's going to be the ultimate freaking boomer bust, but
no, you better not end up with Rattler. That could mean Super Bowl wins for the Vikings, and hell no, I don't want that. You really like yourself some Rattler. Steve.
I don't know.
But yeah, Hunter will be missed, but wasn't irreplaceable. The another thing with Hunter too is, for one, he didn't really, even though he still looked really good last year, he doesn't really fit the 4-3 or the 3-4. And then also he does have his injury history as well. So, dude, JJ, I know Skullfest too. Hey, we're getting there. We need to find this. I can't wait for that schedule to come out. First week of May. I've been waiting. Find out when that first home opener is. So
I hope if the home opener is like a Sunday night game against Atlanta, that would be
crazy. They need to make it Atlanta. They need to make it Atlanta.
I mean, Atlanta week 1 in general would be cool, especially if we get
guys, I feel a bit better now that I resolved the situation by like 60%. Good, JJ. You got to get that to 100%, JJ. 100%. Dang, grandkids bulldozed me into buying a puppy on Saturday. Promised to come see it. Well, so it's all good, I guess. Fair compromise. Wait, you bought the puppy, Gary? Is it your puppy? Oh yeah, that Skull Fest. This Skull Fest. Every second Skull Fest is gonna be nothing compared to the third Skull Fest, and the fourth Skull Fest, and the fifth. Oh, we're gonna make Skull Fest something big. We're all gonna make Skull Fest something big. All right. Hey, Joey, are you in here? Can get going on some mock stuff.
Yeah.
Not a ton. Actually, I mean, there's a lot of information coming out today, but overall, like nothing huge. It's just a lot of smoke coming out and then rule changes.
We've ran 2 PFF mocks so far today, and both of them took some of that news into account.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see how it rolls out. We're gonna let Joey handle this one for the most part, but we're on Bleacher Report right before this, and we did a mock draft on there. So if you guys go to Bleacher Report and go onto the Viking section or whatever, you'll see us on there with our mock for them. And JJ McCarthy was picked number 2 overall, so we had to pick between Drake May and Jaden Daniels when he moved up to
So
3.
speaking of Joey being running the
Let's
draft.
go, JJ. That's what I'm talking about.
Speaking of Joey running the draft, and B, bringing up JJ as in JJ McCarthy, are we going to make any rules that the only trade that can involve a JJ is trading up for JJ McCarthy?
Wait, what?
Do I have to spell this for you?
Yeah,
he's,
you do.
He's a big trade JJ guy. So the only trade JJ
I got you.
trade is for a JJ McCarthy, not a
I got you. So I was thinking for a second, I'm like, man, if we get JJ McCarthy and we have JJ Vikings and we have JJ Jetta, this is gonna get really confusing out here. Anybody who writes JJ Vikings in YouTube is gonna get really confusing. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna send you a link. You got this, JJ. Don't sweat the small stuff, bro. Words of wisdom over here on the GG Sports Podcast. Yeah, tap in with that link, Joey. It's going to be some interesting things.
I just don't know if I can physically let myself trade Justin Jefferson.
We've done it once. There he is.
All right.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
What's up?
Now it's time though, man. Before I was a little wallflower. This is it.
Oh, dude, this is it. This is the one.
Right.
You're gonna do some crazy stuff on here.
All right, man. You guys aren't gonna like this, but yeah.
Let's bring her up.
So are we starting slow?
How we doing this, Joey? We want to do 7 rounds? We might as well. Let's do 7.
Full 7. Okay.
All right. Here we go.
All right. So first thing, let's be honest. Hey, whatever. Yeah. I'm good through 4 for sure. Yeah, but all right, let's be honest. Before we even start this.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
All right.
Yep.
Are we one player away
from a Super Bowl?
Yep.
I mean, I think we're a quarterback away from having an offense that could be up there.
Yeah, like I think we're a quarterback away from having, in 2 to 3 years, having a chance for a Super Bowl. That's what I feel.
You guys there?
Yeah, you hear us?
Oh yeah, now I do. I have to shut the YouTube thing off. I was getting all kinds of weird stuff going on.
Oh, okay. Do you hear us right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it sounded like you might have had us lagging behind or something.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, no, I think we're a quarterback away, a franchise quarterback away to actually contend for a Super Bowl in like 2 or 3 years if we pick the right one in the draft.
Okay. So I respectfully disagree on that. I think championship teams are built from the trenches, and I think we lack in both of them. And if we do some kind of Godfather's deal or something and get up to top 3, top 4, we pick a quarterback. Mm-hmm. We're actually, let's say we trade 11 and 23 in next year's first. Okay. What we're actually doing is trading 11, 23, 2 seconds in next year's first for this pick.
Right.
To me, that mortgages the future. I mean, that's like a Herschel Walker trade right there for something unknown.
Right. But
I know.
We've also never drafted a quarterback in the top 10. And of all, I mean, you're talking about Patrick Mahomes winning Super Bowls all the time. Joe Burrow's been to one. Josh Allen, like these guys are top 10 quarterbacks. And I have a hard time believing we'll ever get to the Super Bowl without something like that. And without taking that risk, otherwise we'll be in the same situation. Let's worry about other positions. And then we still don't got our quarterback. And then it's not good enough to win.
But in a way, Joey's point is it's fair because like there's a reason Joe Burrow didn't win a Super Bowl because his offensive line was absolute dog trash.
Right.
There's a reason Patrick Mahomes has one Super Bowl loss on his record because his offensive line was terrible. So like,
take that Kansas City
is accurate.
I see that point of things. The Kansas City Chiefs offense and take Patrick Mahomes out of there.
Right. That's the other argument. Yeah, for sure.
Yep. No, I agree.
Oh,
But since we do all the mocks where we're doing the same thing over and over again, and I like those, we're gonna try something different. Okay.
hey, what's going on, Alyssa?
I assume I start here.
So at number 4, we trade with the Arizona Cardinals for their 4 and a third round, or at number 66 for Justin.
Just that.
I'm just being realistic. You can get
Yeah,
like the round 3
yeah,
in
yeah.
2025, but now
So we're
what
moving up to
Arizona, now you're gonna say, well, you can get more than that for Justin, but if it takes 3 firsts to get up to 4, we're actually getting 3 firsts plus a third for Justin. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is
So
what you
we're
wanna do. You
getting.
wanna offer this bad boy up.
Wait
All right.
a second. So, yeah, because you're saying it would cost 3 first to get up to number 4.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
I know you don't like it, but hey, just ride it out because I've mocked
I got you. Hey,
I've mocked this like 3 dozen times, and
Okay.
and the team we got was incredible.
Okay. Sounds good. All
Yeah,
right,
yeah, yeah.
we'll
This
let
is
it
a-
roll the 4.
yeah, this is all you. This is all. Don't even listen to me. I might come in and say some shit, but overall, it's all you.
Okay, so who went first? Was that Williams? Yeah.
Williams, May,
Okay.
Daniels. Yep.
Okay, what trades are offered?
So we have the Giants at 6, Pittsburgh at 20, and then a couple guys in the second round, which I think is, well, then again, when you have 3 first rounders.
Yo, Alyssa,
Yeah,
by
this
the
is
way, you're
tougher.
killing that Twitter game. You're killing the Twitter game.
Man, so I actually traded down with the Colts in one of them, and it worked really nice. But I don't know if I want to trade down just to the Giants.
Right. I mean, yeah. If it's me, I'm looking at Marvin Harrison being like, just replace JJ with another really good receiver and still get your quarterback later. But this is your draft, not mine.
No, I know. What can we get for the 6? Can we get a second?
Let's see. So you want to try to grab 47 for 4?
Yep.
58%.
I would do it if it goes through. I'm not going to force it though.
You went through. All right.
Yeah.
What'd they come up for? Marvin Harrison. That's fair. Okay.
Well, that sucks.
Still sitting with Neighbors, though.
That kind of backfired.
Well, there's still who's out there for
Malik
But
Neighbors
now
is
nobody really
still-
needs a quarterback. So who's offering now? I know it's crazy, but
Raiders at 13, New Orleans
Yeah,
at
no.
14, Colts
Yeah.
at 15.
nah, I think we'll just take McCarthy here.
You want to take JJ McCarthy here? Okay.
I like this.
That's,
So
that's a fair spot. I like it.
Neighbors is still out there.
He is still out there. Yeah.
Yep. But I'm not worried about that though.
So
Yeah.
Tennessee, that's not wide receiver. Falcons,
which I
probably
mean-
not wide receiver. I
Right.
think you probably, and then Jets got Mike Williams now, right?
Yeah.
You might Neighbors could fall to 11.
Right. But I mean,
maybe,
but then
maybe.
because I don't think the PFF simulator, like I don't think other teams trade, do they? I don't think I've ever seen that before. But because like if it's me, I'm looking at this as like looking at those other teams without any trades. Nobody else needs a quarterback here. I'm ensuring I get Malik Neighbors and maybe wait for JJ at 11. But also, if you are factoring in trades, a team might move up for JJ McCarthy. So I do like the idea of snagging McCarthy.
Like right now, I'm doing it realistic. I'm not doing it how it might unfold here.
Right.
What would happen on draft day? There's
Right,
no way
which I'm-
JJ'd make it to 11. I don't think.
Right.
No.
Okay. So we'll grab McCarthy here. I like that. Malik Neighbors goes to Tennessee.
Yeah. They don't need him, but whatever.
Byron Murphy without even thinking.
I really like that pick for sure.
But now, so we are in need of a wide receiver for sure.
Right.
Oh,
Which I mean,
man,
but
Thomas. I was actually looking for Thomas, but
there's a couple of good ones still like, we can get.
but if there's
Oh yeah, I forgot we got pick 23. Is Thomas got taken?
he's
Is that what you
gone.
meant?
okay.
I mean,
what's
we don't got no trades either.
No.
no, but we're sitting good. Let's see. 15. Okay, here I could double up and go Johnny Newton, but I'm still hoping to get Sweat later, so we'll go with Terry and Arnold.
Terry and Arnold. Okay, loading up on corner or grabbing a corner. I like it. Oh, he's gone.
Oh yeah.
Where did he go?
He went number 13.
Holy crap! Okay,
I mean,
I
you
didn't
still got
see
a
him
couple
go.
good corners left there.
yeah. I think here though I don't think I want to go with him. I didn't see him go. That kind of sucks.
I do like me some
Donnie
Donnie
Mitchell.
Mitchell.
I mean, we could use speed. Though he's
Did
kind of
Latu go already? Yep, he went too.
But Donnie Mitchell's kind of the more go up and get it guy, isn't he?
yeah. I'm thinking. What's the
You're
other
thinking
one's
Xavier,
name?
Xavier Worthy.
Yeah, Worthy.
Yeah. Well, I actually think I'll double up and take Johnny Newton here.
I like that idea.
Like that.
We need you want to talk about the trenches? We need
Yeah.
help there for sure.
I mean, this was my game plan coming into this.
Defensive
Defense
and O line.
Fair.
So are you wanting?
If there's not a Cooper BB pick,
Yeah, you don't need Sweat anymore. Okay, yeah. So we go into our next pick then, Joey.
Yep. Yeah, we're good. I mean, I think we did good trading, and now we're back into 47-66.
Oh, wait, Tyler Newton. Oh wait. Oh dang. I didn't realize we're at pick 47. Nice. Roman Wilson. If JJ McCarthy, Roman Wilson connection.
That'd be pretty decent, but let's see. Where's that kid from North Carolina?
Let's see. Oh, what position?
That's way too early for him. You know what? I think we'll take Tyler Nubin.
Sky Yuma, let's go. I love it.
Hey, Alyssa, you can drop your link in here, or is that what JJ did?
Tyler Nubin actually has a chance to be replaced by a kid from my hometown. Small town in middle of nowhere, northern Minnesota. Not middle of nowhere, but.
All right, there we go. Devontae Walker, pick number 60.
Tez Walker. Ooh, I like that. I want to look into him a little bit here. I mean, I know he missed some games last year because of his weird eligibility thing. But I mean, 6'2", 200, top target for Drake May. I like that. I like that pick here. We just letting it ride to the next pick. Keep going.
Yeah. Hey, again,
just keep going now at this point.
Hey, everybody. Again, the Ivan Pace Jr. rookie card giveaway at the end of the show. Pandora out of 400. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, and get your hashtag skulls in the comments for your chance to win this at the end of the show. Okay. Yeah, everybody go subscribe to Alyssa. Apparently this is the link.
So we're going 102. Okay. Another big reason that I wanted to trade off JJ, and he's my favorite player for one thing.
Yeah.
But I just don't think any wide receiver is worth what he's going to get. If anyone is worth it, he's worth it. But we were strapped with Cousins' contract. It'll just be turned around, strapped with JJ's contract.
Right. The only thing with that though is like stars are going to get paid. So it's like out of wide receiver, and like Christian Wilkins goes for $28 million, right? You pay a couple more and you get Justin Jefferson, the best wide receiver in the league. You're paying $28 million for a guy that hasn't even completely proven himself yet, in my opinion, in Christian Wilkins, even though I really liked him. So I'm like, I don't know. I think some stars got to get paid.
I do. I agree. I just don't think wide receiver is where you put all your money.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched 1998.
You're hurting me a little bit, Joey, but I got you.
We had Chris Carter. We had Randy Moss on a rookie deal. I mean, it was awesome, and we still didn't put it together. So.
Yeah. I know.
I'm just being real, man. I'm not being a negative fan here.
No. You're good. You're good.
If I can make any sort of recommendation.
Well, let's see. At 108, we have no. I know, but he's on my list of must takes. So I mean, I don't think he'll last till 129. So we'll take him now.
Yeah, his size, his tenacity.
Yeah. That's Casey's favorite player in the draft.
Yep, same here.
He's tried to trade up for him in the first round before.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and here Braylon Allen, no doubt.
Braylon Allen. Okay. You need running back help. I like it.
Yep. Okay.
We have two speedsters, and Allen.
We like that.
Okay, now we're at 154. Let's see, is Zinter around here? Yep, we'll take him.
All right, cool. So we got two guards. I like it.
And we already got our quarterback. That's good. Let's see. Is McCaffrey down here somewhere? I think he is. Oh, Walter Rouse.
Walter Rouse?
I'm taking him. Yep.
What do we got? 6'6", 322. Honestly, with 83 pass block grade, that's nice. With the injury history of Darrisaw and O'Neal, yeah, I mean that's a good. Yeah. You can't have enough.
I watched some tape on him, and I think he's better than 168, but
yeah,
I'm not the expert, so
yeah, I like the size, that's for sure.
Yeah, size can't be taught.
Right.
Okay, 177. Man,
McCaffrey did go at 172.
Yeah, it's all right. We'll live without him. Who else do we have here?
I mean, any positions?
It is like really, we're bare bones at this point here. Yeah.
Right. We're already good on defensive interior.
We'll take Joe Milton III.
Hey, why not? Why not?
Potential.
Hey, if we leave the draft with 2 quarterbacks, I will not be upset.
But look, at 6'5", 235, he has some athleticism. Teach him how to catch a football. There you go. You got a tight end.
Well, you get him, then you have you have Milton, Hall, and McCarthy. You get McCarthy out of there.
Yeah, you just need one of them.
Wildcat quarterback.
I mean, if Milton can if someone can fix Milton, then you have probably one of the best quarterbacks in the league, because that dude has everything that you can't teach.
Yeah, but there's a lot that he needs to learn though.
Yeah,
2 picks left.
Okay, and now this is just a crapshoot at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, I mean, you're talking. You have small wide receivers. You have.
Let's because we grabbed 1 wide receiver.
Yeah, we grabbed 1 so far.
Yeah, we had Tez Walker.
I mean, how's this Texas dude? Obviously,
I know nothing about him at all.
Yeah, I don't know either.
No.
1-2-4.
6'1", 204, solid size. Okay, I mean,
there was one guy that was like 6'7", but he couldn't
injury history.
Extensive injury history. I mean, taking a flyer on a guy who's down here because of injury, you know.
Yeah, these guys. I mean, once you start getting the 7th round, I mean, you just like throwing darts.
Yeah,
I haven't really looked.
Yeah, I say you grab a wide receiver.
Which one, Jordan Whittington or Dominic Lovett?
Ooh.
Or do you grab more running back help?
No.
Anyone else down there? Is there any? No, there's just small. Who's the tackle down there?
This one?
Nope, not Trent Jones. USF there. Can't remember. Oh, he was small, I think.
6'5", 333.
No, we have enough.
Another quarterback?
Take a flyer on a corner or a wide receiver, and I don't care which one because chances of making the team at this point are pretty low.
Willie Roberts, Louisiana Tech. Yeah, well, Jamie, which one do you want?
I think I was gonna lean towards what is it?
Whittington.
The
guy that gets hurt a lot, sure.
Yeah, only because, hey, Vocal Viking in the building. What's up? Yeah, only because, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he heals and he plays better than his spot.
May I recommend a tight end choice?
Oh, he will probably go undrafted, but
6'7", 270?
He'll go undrafted. Yeah. I say bring him in undrafted, though. That'd be all right.
We'll call this undrafted.
All right. I think we had like 15 picks or something, so it was a little ridiculous. But if you look at the first 4 rounds, and you imagine that being your team rather than having 1 pick at quarterback and then 2 guys in the 4th round, I mean, that's a hell of a team right there. Yeah. And you're looking at like 4 or 5 years.
I mean, it would have been really nice if we still could have found a way to sneak Neighbors in there, but I mean,
yeah, doubled up that O-line though. You have the Williams wall all over again.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Newman, definitely an upgrade from Lewis Seen. Tez Walker.
Oh, I didn't even notice you guys picked Tyler Newman. I missed that one.
Yeah. Cooper Beebe, Braylon Allen. You still have Zach Zinter. I mean, when you look at it and you see the players there and you see your team makeup, rather than seeing JJ McCarthy and some 4th round guy, I mean, look at the reality of it.
It's nice. I mean,
it
still hurts me not having JJ.
Was hard, but I did it.
And the Packers don't need Justin Jefferson. They have 3 rookies that probably, I don't think any of them got 700 yards even, did they?
Yeah, I think it's going to hold them back though. They ain't going to win any more.
But looking at this with the scenario in play, like, it's solid. I wish we could have came with a better quality receiver than Tez Walker, but he has all the potential in the world there. So,
well, my hope was getting Brian Murphy or Brian
23.
Yeah,
Brian Thomas.
Thomas. Yeah,
he looks.
Brian Thomas at 23.
When I was watching Jaden Daniels highlights, obviously I was looking for Malik Neighbors, and I kept thinking that number 11 really jumps out next to Neighbors, and when I saw his name pop up at the end of the first round, I figured that's who that was. So
Yeah, that was the first time that I've actually missed hitting on him at 23. So it's a little shocking.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Alyssa, I didn't know you were from Duluth. I saw your tweet or whatever.
Great.
And we don't run in a lot of northern Minnesota. Us three, but you don't run into a lot of northern Minnesota people on here.
No, you don't.
Surprisingly, I thought we'd run into way more.
You think?
Yeah.
But
I was from northern Minnesota.
Yeah, exactly.
What part?
You were from yeah, where was it in?
Evelyn,
Evelyn,
Virginia area. Yeah.
Virginia area.
Yeah.
Man, it's cold up there.
Iron Range, baby.
The Iron Range.
Yes.
But no, very solid draft. Very, very, very solid draft.
I mean, I know it sucks losing JJ, but
If that's the outcome,
you
like,
know, I don't know, man. I think it's going to happen
okay,
anyway.
Dan. From Northwest Minnesota, where at?
But like I was saying, there's a kid from Esco who's going to recruited to the Gophers, who's has a great shot to take over that starting safety position. He was like the number one recruit in the state of Minnesota for football. So that'd be fun.
Alyssa, where'd you graduate from? Yeah, definitely go and subscribe to Alyssa here. Don't forget to go subscribe to JJ Vikings too, though.
Jordan Love will be in the MVP race this year. I don't know about that, Steve.
So
maybe. I doubt it.
One of these times, we might have to follow through with this, Joey. One of these times. JG, after the grade, you have to get Joey to shred us a guitar solo.
That's some funny stuff, man.
Oh, she graduated from
let's go.
Casey's an ESCO graduate. I'm Denfeld.
Yeah.
He's an ESCO. What'd you say, Joey? One of these times, we're going to shred?
I was just laughing. Heck yeah, man. I'll do it.
Hey, if you want to do it right now?
Just have to watch for copyright strikes, man.
That's a good point.
You know, so I can't really wait. You know,
YouTube sucks. I'm kidding.
It's funny.
Right.
Everywhere,
we're not monetized right now, anyways. Let's go. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Love it.
Hey, let's go,
man.
Joey. Shredding the guitar. Let's go. I know Gary's pumped about that one.
All right.
I know Gary's pumped
he's
about
like,
that
player option, man. Player option,
yeah. Let's go. All right, let's get this card ready to go here. Don't spam too much, JJ. I want to see everybody's hashtag skulls in here. Like the video and subscribe if you're not already. But get those hashtag skulls in and we will give this away. Got to be here to win. That's one rule.
JJ's trying the spamming again. See if that works.
It's worked before. It has. I want that Pace gang card. Hey, we got some more JJ too. I'll be giving away some of these Ivan Pace Juniors for hopefully up until the draft because I bought a bunch of them and they're solid. They're very solid cards. The last time we had someone on here, they won in catch 84. So maybe you have to be on the show like Joey Hawking right now.
Well, I don't know.
You might have to. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna bring it up. All right. Let's see. Boom, 15 entries. Again, the Ivan Pace Jr. Pandora out of 400. Prizm rookie card, numbered Ivan Pace Jr. Yep, get the hashtag skulls in. We got a lot of them. Give this away pretty quick here.
JJ, it doesn't look like you got yours in yet. Get that hashtag skull in.
All right, we're running this. Let's see what we got today. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Who we got? Got to be here to win.
There's only 14 people left in here from YouTube. So, I mean.
14. Boom.
Pause.
Boom.
Oh, no.
Skull for Life Barber.
Oh, I assume he's still here.
You got to be here. Skull for Life Barber. Are you in? Oh, yep. I see his. He's got to be in here. Let's go. I sent Sarah 2 Randy Moss cards. Nice. JG, tell Joey he drilled it. His drilled it.
What?
I think he probably meant to say he killed it.
Killed it.
I
Joey,
don't
you
know.
killed it.
I don't know. That's what she said.
Uh,
Let's see.
How long have you been playing for, Joey? I assume you're probably your whole life.
Pretty much, yeah. Over 30 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's one thing I always wish I'd have picked up, is playing guitar.
Yeah.
Too impatient.
No,
for
you
it now.
don't. It costs a lot of money, as you can see behind me. So
Yeah.
Right.
I've taken a couple classes. I mean, the hard part is like you have to get those calluses on the tip of your fingers first.
yeah.
I quit
That's
after
no
that.
big deal, man. That's no
I'm
big
going.
deal.
I'm going up north.
Hey, there he is.
Hey, let's go. I'm going up north to Black Bear in Carlton to see Quiet Riot, Great White, and Vince Neil this Friday night. So that'll be fun.
Really,
Vince
man.
Neil
That's
can't
not
sing
even that far
anymore.
away.
It's kind of depressing, but
Yeah.
Hey, Barber, I've got you on email, right? Is that where we've connected before? I think. I'm pretty sure.
sounds right. I believe that's.
I think
the
so.
case.
I think so. I'm gonna put it in here just in case, because I hate when I don't. Even though I know we'll run into you again. Joey reminds me of Gus G.
I'm gonna date myself.
That's nice.
I don't
Gus G is awesome, so that's good. That's a compliment. It's not a bad thing at all.
I would
Let's
hope so.
go.
I would hope someone wouldn't just go dissing you when you're.
Oh, why? I love it, man. That's my daily life, getting dissed at work and dissed at home. It's like, come on, man. Let's do it on the internet, too.
Let's do it.
And then you come here and trade JJ.
It ain't gonna help you.
No,
out.
I use JJ as an investment into our future. That's all I did.
It wouldn't be a bad plan. I mean,
I'm just saying,
it could be
look
the
at
right
other
choice. It
drafts,
definitely
man,
could be. It's possible.
when you look at the other choices, I mean, you end up walking away with 2 players, and then next year the cupboards are bare still. I mean, I don't know, man. Just saying.
Yeah. It could work. It could work. It could. Scares me.
Anything
And
else?
one thing I didn't bring up in the draft, though, I mean, when
Yeah.
we're talking about what we're trading and what's going to take to move up,
Yeah.
in the back of these GMs' minds, they remember 2022 when Kwesi traded back 20 spots and didn't even get a second-round pick. He got a swap
Right.
in seconds.
Right.
So these GMs are thinking, this guy's going to pay whatever it takes, you know?
Right.
And until he proves otherwise, that's what they're going to think. That's
Yeah.
what I think until he proves otherwise.
Yeah. I'm just, you go and
I love what
you
he's
go
done
and make
so
the
far.
trade.
Yeah,
This
I love what
offseason has been
Oh, yeah,
great
he's
so
killed
far.
it this offseason. He's done great, but he has to get that. He can't come across the pushover.
Yeah, the draft is it's kind of the last thing with him. I mean, I like the way he does his free agency. I like how he's been doing the money now. Next year, we're going to have a lot more. Like, he's been doing everything great. It just comes down to the draft. Can he have, hopefully he has his, even though we don't have a second and third round pick, hopefully he has his best draft this season. I mean, if you go up and grab one of these quarterbacks, I don't think everybody's going to be cool with it until, that guy doesn't work out, of course, but that's just going to happen.
But it is always funny how like the quarterback is kind of like everyone always just thinks, oh, we're not good enough. We need a quarterback. It's like, I get that because it's the most popular position, like the most newsworthy position, but also, I do see the point that it's like, yeah, you can have a quarterback, sure, but if you don't have this, and this, it's like, who cares? Your quarterback isn't gonna succeed anyway. So it's like, it is an interesting way to think about it. Like everyone,
Dan Marino never won a Super Bowl.
Position. So
yeah, I know. So you do need other things. But
and Joe Montana couldn't have won with the Vikings last year. I mean, not with that O-line. I mean,
Patrick Mahomes. I mean, our tackles situation is solid though.
Yeah, but up the middle, it's pretty freaking weak. I mean, Garrett Bradbury, as especially in a pass happy offense, like he wasn't that great in a run first offense, but in a pass happy offense, he can't.
Patrick
can't
Mahomes wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but let's not pretend that the Chiefs defense won that Super Bowl. They killed it. They were great.
I guess.
This was the best, and that's a big thing. This was the best year of the Chiefs defense.
Oh, but Kansas. I mean, other than Travis Kelce, I mean, where was their offensive line ranked?
But I mean,
and their wide receivers, I mean, terrible.
Well, because like, was it the year they lost the Super Bowl to the who'd they lose to that year? The Buccaneers.
Buccaneers.
I'm pretty sure, like, didn't their right and left tackle both get hurt before the Super Bowl, and they had to trot like What's his name out there? The
yeah,
Vikings
yeah,
used to
yeah,
have
yeah.
at left tackle or something like that, or
Yeah, there was
I
something
can't
like
remember.
that.
It was
Yeah, it's important to have a good offensive line. I do think I'm glad we do have our tackle situation figured out for the most part, though. So that part's nice. That's what kind of sucks is I do think I would really like Cooper Beebe, but I think he's gonna be gone in the second round. Even though PFF has him going down to the fourth, I don't think so. There's a lot of people, especially after he had a really good combine too. But man, if somehow we could get him or in the fourth round or something, that would be nice. But we'll see. It's going to be an interesting draft. And if
no
we
matter
go up and
what
grab a
happens.
quarterback,
Yeah.
our defensive interior situation going into the season is definitely not really much better than last season. So
Yeah, it'd be a struggle. But anything else before we get up out of here?
no, man, Joey, I just appreciate
hey,
you
man.
hopping on.
Oh, no problem. Hey, thanks for listening to my crazy
crazy
idea. I'm just looking at it every way. Now, I don't want to get rid of JJ, okay? I was just opening up everybody the possibility of looking at like what a full team would look like, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, if you were able to trade him and get the number 4 overall pick, which you could use to just replace him right then and there for cheap, try to replace him because obviously draft picks are there's no sure thing, obviously, but and still try to find out. I mean, it's something to look at for sure, and it's like that's the thing. It's like we talked about earlier with with the Commanders and with the Patriots. Like if you're Kwesi, like you can't completely just sit there and be like, nope, not a chance. If you mention JJ's name, I'm not listening to you. Like you have to listen to everything that someone's offering you just in case. Like if someone's giving you like 2 or 3 firsts for JJ, which they wouldn't, but like 2 firsts for JJ, like you're gonna sit there, you're gonna seriously consider it, right? So he's not doing his job if he's not open to every single possibility out there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, well, I overplayed my hand on that though because I honestly thought the Giants were going to take McCarthy, and I thought Marvin Harrison or Odunze was going to be there. So yeah, whatever, it happened.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you do?
That would be like the only thing is like, yeah, you'd want to get a wide receiver in the first round if you really could. Yeah. But then at the same time,
I mean, we got rid of Diggs and we were all pissed, and then we got JJ. I mean,
yeah.
True.
You know,
it's possible. It's possible.
Yeah. You never know.
And then you have 4 years of affordable wide receiver.
Good point. And if he turns out to be like half of what JJ is, you're probably pretty happy with it.
I mean, Addison is maybe 60% of what JJ is, and he's pretty darn good. So
yeah, I like Jordan Addison a lot.
Yeah. Solid. I mean, definitely a top, like really solid number 2. I don't know if he's ever. I don't think he has a potential to be a number 1, but
I do. I think he does for sure. He doesn't have maybe the like size that you want at that position, even though now I don't know what he's been doing, but the dude looks absolutely strapped.
Yeah, but he can't make himself grow anymore.
So dude's got insane. That guy is so talented. He has, insane route running at his age. 20, maybe he's 22 now. Route running, hands, speed. Like everybody thought he was only going to be a slot guy, and how many touchdowns did he have deep? And not even just with Kirk Cousins. He does everything. That's a wide receiver 1. That's why you don't need size to be a wide receiver 1. Stephon Diggs isn't that big.
Yeah, he's over 6 feet.
He's 6'1", but he's skinny. 6 foot, skinny. I think he can be a wide receiver 1.
You keep
depending on what you want to call it. If you're like a prototypical wide receiver 1, or is this the guy that like you need to get the ball in his hands because he can do wide receiver 1, put up wide receiver 1 stats, he's that good of a player without being that tall. I think he can be. He'll always be wide receiver 1B, but I think it's possible.
Yeah. But anyway,
JJ barely got 1,000 yards last season. Too evil. Could be wide. Yeah, Addison could be a wide receiver. I don't see why not. He has every skill a wide receiver 1 has. Literally, if it's only because he's not 6 foot that keeps him from the potential to be a wide receiver 1. I don't know. That's why he was picked 23 when he should have probably been a top 15 pick easy. He's gonna show up too. I'm
not doubting he's good. I'm not doubting he'll have 1,000-yard season, multiple 1,000-yard seasons throughout his career. I just don't know if he could be a legitimate, like, put the team on your back wide receiver 1, like carry the rest of the wide receiver room type guy, like a Jamar Chase. Like Jamar Chase,
maybe not
this year. Jamar Chase. Now there's no T. Higgins, but
maybe not that far. But like, how big's Tyreek Hill? 5. He's under 6 foot, 5'10".
But he's,
Well, yeah, he's
when
fast
Jordan
as-
Addison starts running blazing fast speeds like that, then we'll talk about
Hey,
it.
he's burning people. Yeah, when he ripped that interception out of the house, it
5'10".
was I was so dude, 100%. That and I mean he's just burnt. He burns fools, and it's not because of his speed. It's because of his route running.
Yeah,
incredible. Oh,
Yeah, and he has a nose for the end zone too. I mean,
yeah,
he
10
got,
touchdowns.
what, yeah, 10 touchdowns, and I don't know Jefferson. I mean, Jefferson's the man when it comes to catching a ball, but he never gets the TD. You know,
yeah, he hasn't been a big touchdown. Like I don't think he hasn't hit double-digit touchdowns.
No, he hasn't had 10 touchdowns. I don't think. Maybe he had. Maybe he did have 10 once.
I thought his like most was like 7 or 8. I don't remember though.
But yeah, no. Jordan Addison is I honestly think he is going like to beat expectations. The expectations that a lot of Viking fans have for him now, I think he's going to even beat them. I mean, he played way better than a lot of people expected him to in year 1 as a rookie. But even those expectations, like you think, like if people think, oh, he's going to be like a good wide receiver too, I think he's going to even beat those expectations, and he's going to be one of the better wide receivers in the entire league. I'm a hopeful person though, obviously.
We kind of matched, like we kind of were right on with his projections, except like we were way low on touchdowns, but I think we were
800
right around
something
yardage where he was at, and then
yeah.
Watson,
Reed, and Wicks. This is every single year though. Your guys' wide receivers take a step back in their second year, so I'm guessing Reed and Wicks will kind of suck this year, and then Watson, he's just gonna still suck
if he can stay on the field.
Sorry, Steve, but Packer fan, I can't help it. You're a guy though. You're a guy.
The only one of the only Packers fans I'll sit and read your comments on here.
Man,
you an angler.
Yep. But not going to happen, bro. We got to see more Love. Yeah, I still don't think Love's the guy.
Oh, man.
Without Aaron Jones? No. I think that whole offense crumbles without Aaron Jones.
We'll see. But all right, anything else?
I love it, man. You guys suck homers.
Gotta be right. You gotta be. But thanks everybody for hopping in. Joey, thank you for that draft. Even though
we'll have to get you on and do some more.
A lot of fun, man. Everybody who watched, thanks for hopping in, and we'll see you guys next time.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Yep, absolutely. Skol Vikes.